Welcome to the QMS channel. I'm Ethan West, and today I'm going to talk to you about two controversial requirements of ISO 9001. Before I start, I'm going to ask you to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the little bell so that you get notified when we post new content. And don't forget that there's a little button at the bottom of the video. Want to share? Share this video in that quality WhatsApp group, or send it to a colleague in the quality area. Send it to your company. Two controversial requirements. Actually, the first requirement is 4.1 and 4.2, with the introduction of the amendment, which is the introduction of climate change. ISO recently included an amendment on climate change in the ISO management system standards, both in the requirement to understand the organization and its context and the stakeholder requirements. So this has generated a lot of controversy. What does quality have to do with climate change? The aim of ISO is not for you to change your quality management system to address climate change issues, but for you within your organization. When you do a context analysis, assess whether climate change is an issue within your organizational context. So, what are the requirements? Click on this card and then you can access the video on climate change. The ISO amendment, but basically ISO introduced this more to encourage discussion about climate change. So this is an important item both within requirement 4.1 and requirement 4.2. And the controversy arose because the subject matter was very different. A lot of people said that climate change was something from ISO 14001. It's a sustainability thing, an environmental thing, but this is in line with all the ISO standards to be taken into account according to the quality management system. So, sometimes climate change can have an impact on your product, your process, and that's the key you have to change in your head. You're not assessing the environmental issue. You're assessing an environmental issue that could have an impact on the quality management system. So that's the crux of the matter. You're not going to do a context analysis of the environmental issue. You're going to use this input to assess the organizational context of quality within your organization. It's a requirement that needs to be addressed to the certifier like us when we dictate this requirement and we want to know how you assess climate change issues within your management system. Do I need to do anything to address them and make an action plan? The answer is, it depends. It depends on how you are going to address it in the organizational and stakeholder context. And why is it in the stakeholder? Because the stakeholder requirement may also involve some issue that impacts climate change. So address this issue within your company. Controversies aside, it's an item to be addressed. Second controversial requirement of ISO 9001 is critical analysis by management. So, there are no quality managers, quality coordinators, quality professionals in general, who haven't at some point in their career complained about the famous top management commitment. So write down that top management commitment and your professional responsibility for quality. What do you mean? It's the way you take quality to senior management. It's the way you address quality issues to senior management. It's the way you present quality to senior management. It's the way you hold the critical analysis meeting. Tell senior management what they want to know. Results, cost reduction, margin increase, and more turnover based on quality management. Don't make it a cost within your organization. Make it an asset within your organization. So the area of quality management can be much more than it is within organizations, as long as you, the quality professional, are able to talk to senior management in the way that senior management likes to talk. Then you must bring all the relevant requirements of ISO 9001 to a critical analysis meeting to discuss the quality of the organization, the organizational issue. Remember that the ISO 9001 standard will never tell you how it should be done. It says what should be done, but how it's done is your responsibility. So the controversy I'm bringing up here is the commitment of management. It's your responsibility. Take that responsibility for yourself and get senior management to commit to the results. What senior management likes and wants is results for the organization. Well, that's the information I wanted to pass on. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me. Is management commitment your responsibility or not? Before you leave, like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you later.